SFO Jaffar, flying experience has reached approximately 7,000 hours and is also currently the Honorary Secretary of Airline Pilots Association Singapore, ALPA S.
Okay, starting a career in aviation industry, ecosystem actually consists of the engineers, the cabin crew, the pilots, ground staff, and of course the air traffic controllers. Okay, how I started, I was taking my A-levels, and after that I enrolled myself in the Youth Flying Club. I was lucky to be among the few who attained the private pilot's license before IFC. So after developing the passion in flying at a young age, I actually joined Singapore Airlines. Applying cadetship, I went through the interview selection process. You go through the first interview. They will put you through the aptitude and psychomotor test. You have to go another round of interview with the higher management. Then upon selected into the program, then they put me through OBML. Upon completion of the OBML, I was put through flying college, where I spent the next 6 months studying and also juggling the basic flying. Of course, you have to study all the necessary papers for you to pass and to attain the airline transport pilot license. When I complete the flying college phase, I was sent to Australia, where I spent the next 7 months flying the Cessna aircraft to attain my commercial pilots. So I also took the CASA exam. I came back to Singapore through advanced jet training and continued my second officer training with SIA. You will do visual flying and open flying also. After I actually completed my commercial pilot's training, then I went on to, and as you can see, the whole experience took me from single engine, twin engine, narrow body jet, and I was a second officer. This is where I am right now. I'm flying the Airbus 350-900. The training phase brought me from cadet pilot to a second officer. And once you check out as a first officer, you're a productive flying crew. Then you go on to become a senior first officer once you attain your hours and experience. And when you are ready for command, then you'll attain your captainship. While you are a line crew, you can also take up other appointments at the same time. Management pilots, instructor pilots, or even become a union officials. I remember those days when I was in school, I did say I want to become a pilot, but it's not so easy. Sometimes you may face a certain criticism, but I just take it in good state and also just keep on trying until I get actually what I wanted. So aerospace landscape has changed over the years. So we look at three aspects: the technology, manpower, and operations. In the past, the accuracy of our navigation system is not so accurate. So you can find yourself about up to 20 miles, even 50 miles. Of course, sometimes even the initial navigation using the IRS, you are based on the 3-axis gyroscope and also accelerometers. You have to keep on updating your position as you move along the way. Presently, the aircraft navigation systems have improved tremendously. So we are using the GPIRS. We also have a lot of redundancy. So we still have our DMEs, our VORs, and NDBs. DME is distant measuring equipment. VOR is the VHF omnidirectional radio beacons, and you have the non-directional beacons. So these are all, you have to tune the frequencies for you to track your way in to that facility itself. As for initial navigation, and what I've mentioned earlier, so you actually at the point of time where you're at the gate, you actually align your aircraft to the lead and long of that place, and as your aircraft move about in space, the accelerometers, the gyroscope actually give the aircraft a position estimate of where it is based on the time, based on the speed that they travel. That's the IRS. But the most accurate one, of course, is the GPS. Talk about the automation systems. In the past, there's not much automation, and of course, the monitoring system is not as enhanced as today. As for now, the technology that we have is very efficient and also very much enhanced, and especially for the TCAS, the traffic collision system, that tells the aircraft when another aircraft is within close proximity. Either for right now, for the A350, actually you have an auto TCAS, which means to say if an aircraft comes within close proximity and you do nothing, the aircraft itself will make an evasive maneuver. We also have the GPWS, where if your aircraft flies near the terrain, it will alert the pilots, and of course you have to take evasive action. You also have the auto land capability up till Cat 3, but for Cat 3B, under these conditions, the aircraft is able to bring you to the ground safely. Okay, manpower requirements, you can see the past, we have 5 crew in the cockpit. Basically, the pilot, co-pilot, navigator, radio operator, and also the flight engineer. And as we progress, we actually narrow it down to just two basic crew or two pilots operating the flight decks. And when you're flying long haul, you can be augmented by another pilot, the double crew, four pilots if you are doing flights up to 18 hours. So your communications also were less reliable in the past. However, at present, you are more coordinated in terms of your movement. You have more system redundancy. If let's say in mid-air, they can even talk to the ground control and the engineering support there, come up with the best course of action. To become a pilot, you will have to attain at least 5 O-level credits.
The challenges as a group, as a pilot body, because of the COVID measures, air travel was very light. So how do we cope? We cope as a group. We have seminars. We invite experts to tell us how to cope with all the stress. We have training department that advise us how to keep our skills sharp and continue to be able to fly the aeroplane. Number one, for you to get qualification, the educational qualifications. The next challenge is to get through the acceptance interview with the companies. The next challenge is how you get to know our business. Just recently, we are seeing a growth in the numbers of female pilots in Singapore. The gender thing is gone, and the airplane is being flown not by a gender but more of the capable proficient pilot. Our job is not we are not a single pilot operation. We are not the fighter aeroplane. We work as a team, not only as a pilot but also with the cabin people. So that is the attribute lah. And then when you must be able to work with people, and you must be responsible, because you're responsible for the aeroplane and also the passengers and the company, and then also for your families also. So those are the attributes. Of course, education, no shortcut. You must pass the exams. If I can pass, so can everybody lah. Okay. So hopefully, bila more of our people more intimated or aware of the industry, know what's the requirement, have a bit of experience, ada dream sikit, then they can come up and dare enough to try.